We're still working on series circuits with this example here. This example, though, I'm going to draw the series circuit slightly different. I'm going to draw it more of a box shape. And here's our battery. Again, I'm not going to draw all 6 lines, but if you want to draw all 6 lines, you are more than welcome to. 6 positive lines and 6 negative lines. We're going to go up. Here's our first conductor, electricity. Here's our another conductor. I'm going to draw one resistor here. And I'm going to draw another resistor here coming back around. Now I'm going to draw the circuit all the way back to ground. Okay, so in this circuit, we only have 2 resistors. Now I'm going to give you the voltage, which is 12.5 volts. I'm also going to give you the amperage, which is 0.5 amps. And I'm going to give you the value of resistor 1. We're going to call the first resistor resistor 1 and the second resistor resistor 2. So resistor 1 is 15 ohms. The second resistor is X. We do not know what the second resistor is. And this is where you need to go ahead and pause the video for now. Find the 3 things that we always need to find, which is E, I, and R. In this instance, we're going to find RT. Okay. Hopefully you've already paused the video and have found the answer, and I'm just going to verify the answer for you at this point. So our E is given. It is 12.5 volts. Our I is also given, is 0.5 amps. Now our RT, according to Kirchhoff's law, number 1, to get RT, resistance total, we have to add the resistors together in a series circuit. This is a series circuit because there's no breaks between any of the resistors, any ground, or any power source. Okay, there's only one path for electricity to flow all the way around. So our RT is equal to R1 plus R2. So RT, I'm going to bring this down and do a little bit of pre-algebra here. R1 equals 15 plus X. We don't know what it is, but we can find our RT. How do we find our RT? We got to use Ohm's law. So we're going to have to use basic Ohm's law, E over I R. The 2 that are given are E and I. So 12.5 divided by 0.5 will give us our RT. Okay. So let's do that real quick. That would give us a 12.5 divided by 0.5 will give us 25. So our RT is now 25 equals 15 plus X. Now, if we continue on, we can subtract 15 from both sides if we want to do it the algebraic way, so we can see the math. That cancels out. So the 15 minus 15 equals 0, and we're left with just X. And 25 minus 15 is 10. X equals 10. So our R2 is, in fact, 10 ohms. Okay, and that's how we found our answer there. So our answer is 10 ohms. Oops, I'm sorry, I erased that on accident, but the answer is 10 ohms. Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, again, keep practicing, and if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.